Good afternoon, everyone. David Paul speaking. It's 11 minutes past 3 on Friday, the 28th of August. VectorVest USA running just half an hour after the American Open. And fairly plain to see that S&P pushing on 3500, up 5.5 ticks on the day. The Dow's up as well, the Nasdaq's up as well. More advances than declines, and all of the measures on VectorVest that measure the trend from short term to long term are up. So all looks good, and I'm doing my best to sit in positions. That's what I'm holding. I haven't done much since the last time I reported here. The one thing that I have decided is that I'm holding far too many decisions. Managing a portfolio, especially a leverage portfolio, when things are going well is not too bad. If things should turn south, then that's quite stressful. So I intend to take some profits on some of these positions that I've held for a long time. And positions that are well in the money are Hortons, Microsoft, Square, Coop, Lulu, and TTD. Those are well in the money. They're stop losses at entry. I've trailed the stop loss up behind me at the VectorVest stop loss, doing my best to let them run for as long as I can. And I've been holding some of those for months. In the last couple of days, I bought into AMD again. I felt that it's going to push. It's got impeccable VectorVest credentials, RV 1.42, RS 1.32, and pushing up strongly. VectorVest believes that it's going to grow earnings at 31% next year. That's quite a clip. So bought into that again. What else have I done? I'm still holding Autodesk. It gave me a bit of a heart attack a couple of days ago when it went down strongly. It seems to be recovering, up $5 today. Still holding MSCI, and nicely in the money in that, and getting to a point where I can take half of the position off, getting the stop to entry. That's what it's done, and I'm hoping that I bought into just here, that it's going to push up strongly from here. We shall see, like everything else. The one share that I have bought into in the last couple of days is this ISRG, and pretty easy setup. If you can see this 3-month chart, rising, great volume. The 21 is above the 55-day moving average. It then goes sideways on falling volume, and here you can see the volume building up again. And I should have been in here. It wasn't focusing. That would have been a spring, not a great spring, but nevertheless a spring. And I bought in as it broke 700 here. So and it's up a little bit. We shall see. Yesterday it broke on very strong volume. Hopefully that's going to be a winner. I intend to take profits, as I say, on those that are well in the money to try and bring the number of holdings down. So be a little bit easier to manage. The UK, well, the UK, we're still in an up situation, but we've taken the foot off the pedal in terms of the short-term trend, and VectorVest advocates caution when buying stocks at this time. Again, I haven't done a great deal. I got rid of Avast because it was just doing nothing at all. The stop loss, I had taken a little of the position off when I'd made as much as I'd risked, but I got out of it, was doing nothing at all. I want to look, folks, at two commodity companies that I'm holding that I think have got a great deal of potential. And the first one is AAZ, Anglo-Asian Mining. And as you can see, this is a 3-year chart, a 3.5-year chart, in fact, a weekly chart. As you can see, let's go to 5 years. We can see that earnings per share is rising strongly from, in fact, losing money to making 15 pence. I think that the reason the market stopped here is quite clear. There's a trend line there, and I always take from the last touch to work out. Everybody says, where do you start the fib, where do you end the fib? Well, I always look at the last touch of the trend line. So if I take a fib from that last touch, which is which is about there, up to about here, we can see that that came to exactly 78% of that. One of our customers down in Wales calls me the 78% man for that reason. That fib level comes up over and over again. So we had this confluence and away it went. If we sort of get rid of all the lines now and get rid of earnings per share as well, give us a bit more screen space. If I blow this up a little bit, we can see that off the bottom in this area, markets are in fact rising on rising volume, and as it's pulled back over the last week or two, it's pulled back on falling volume. That's a really, really good sign indeed. I think that there is probably a trend line at work here somewhere, and it's on a VectorVest buy signal. It could easily come back and kiss this trend line. There's some really good corporate action based on a deal that they've done in a gold miner. The gold price itself is in a triangle. I thought maybe it had a little bit more to pull back, but it seems to want to break up from here. So that's something I need to keep my eye on. But certainly Anglo-Asian looks exceptionally strong from here. It's on a buy recommendation. I think that if you saw it breaking out above the high of this down bar, which in fact defines that multiple inside pattern. We've traded inside this bar for 2 weeks, and I don't expect it to change much different today. A break above that high and that share should be on its way. It is a mining stock. If we go back to VectorVest, we can see that it's got a relative safety of 0.86. So it's far from a worry-free stock, folks. The RV is 1.47 and it's markedly undervalued based on the VectorVest valuation. So it is a stock for adventurous investors. The other stock that I really like is SLP, and I'm a holder of both of these. And this is a 1-year chart. It's a daily chart, and you can see earnings per share rising strongly, and earnings per share has just been marked up over the last day or two. Earnings per share has gone from from about 5 pence a share to 12 pence a share since March, and that reflects the upswing in the platinum price. So again, if we go a little bit here and have a look at this, there's a trend line at work here, and the market in fact came back and kissed that trend line. That's always a very good sign. It's a sign of institutional activity, and clearly it was pounced upon there because the market got down there intraday and then closed up strongly and engulfed the market action of, I think the last time I counted it, about 13 bars. It's now moving up and it's now charting a multiple inside day. I'm holding the share, but I think that a break of what's referred to in candlestick charting as the mother bar, the bar that encompasses the range of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days. If you see a break through that, I think we'll get a strong move in SLP. Okay, so it is my view that this time will not be different, folks. And that sooner or later this market will come back. Nevertheless, the trend is strong. If I put on the buy-sell ratio, you see the marked divergence that's here, and although that divergence has lasted a very long time, it is my view that when we get a confirmed call down, that confirmed call down needs to be taken very seriously indeed. However, I think that there's a possibility of a nice, what I refer to as a melt up into the American elections. So hopefully we've still got 6 weeks or 2 months of this move to come. Wishing you all a great long weekend. There's no VectorVest Q&A on Monday afternoon, and we'll have our next Q&A on Monday week, which is the 7th. But I'll do more videos next week for you. So I like the look of those mining shares, and I think that commodities in general look exceptionally good over the next couple of years. I hope you found this useful. Thanks very much.